Okay, so I just watched the newest episode of Game of Thrones, and I just had to cut in because it's clear at this point, okay, because I was so heated about this. It's clear at this point that the only person that deserves to be the ruler in this show is freaking Aemond, okay? Because, old girl, they sent one dragon to go at war with Cole. Why would you send one? They have a army of dragons, and you know that Cole and Aemond's dragons are bigger than yours. Why would you send one? And then when Aemond French fried his bro, why didn't my girl leave and go back and get reinforcements? Because it obviously didn't take her very long to get over there. She could have left them how it was, flew back to get help, and then flew back with reinforcements. But the fact that whatever that lady's name is, the quote unquote one true queen, the fact that she only sent one dragon shows that she doesn't have military prowess. The whole place will probably be invaded by village people with mallets if left to her at this point, is what I feel. And then Aemond is, first of all, he's crazy, okay? But like, his brother should not have been king. He would have been crazy and probably got the whatever. I don't know if it's like a village or kingdom. I'm just gonna say the kingdom. He probably would have got them in some serious debt. He doesn't. He's not able to make rational decisions. He's emotional, or he was before he got French fried. But my thing is, like, Aemond has more than proven himself. So if anyone else becomes king or queen after this, it's some fragganagle BS because they're just trying to do that or whatever. And you know, I'm usually on some like peace and zen stuff, but Game of Thrones sometimes be really grinding my gears, and is one of those things that can really get me heated. Okay, so I'm not really heated in real life, but I'm just pretending, because Aemond is the only one who needs to be heir, period. Because the rest of them are emotional, they're illogical, they're irrational, and that's not traits of a king or queen. That is traits of maybe a lady in waiting, or someone who is good, like, governing their specific territory. But if you are going to take on the responsibility of governing the entire, like, nation of whatever you're doing, you can't be someone who's fickle. You can't be emotional. You can't be all in your feelings about stuff. And Aemond is the only one who stays 10 toes down every time. Now, do I agree with everything he does? No. But he stays 10 toes down every time. And even when his brother tried to humiliate him, he walked up and dipped. Now, I don't like how he spoke to the woman that he was with. However, he's like, you're not going to play me. And you know, the thing that I really like about Aemond is, like, he's all action, no talk. He's not going to be sitting up there and oh, well, I'm the rightful heir. He just shows you what time it is. Okay? Because Cole would have got demolished by the woman anyway, because she has more training. Aemond, though, gets down, period, okay? And I bet because of how Hollywood is moving, that it's going to be the lady who gets, I don't even know what her name is, but she's probably going to end up taking the throne. But if they're standing on business and on who makes the most sense, they're going to go with Aemond. I'm so irritated by that cousin woman, whatever her name is, that went in there with one dragon, and then when she had the opportunity to leave, twice turned around like she's on some stuff, like they don't know what type of time Aemond's on. Like, you walked right into the plan once, twice again. And my thing is, if they knew that the army was going to a space and they can't afford their territory to get taken, why would they send one dragon? They have like 5. I get if she didn't want to send the heir. Okay, don't send the heir, don't send the queen, but there's other dragons. You're gonna go up against these grown dragons with your little baby Huey one? Are you crazy? And they don't even have those like huge torpedo jet things. Like, man, I am over it. And honestly, and I'm hoping that they do this, Aemond is the only person who deserves to be king. Okay, he's the only one. And then what's going to happen is, if Aemond's not king, that's why the Targaryen dynasty just probably going to and go away, because people don't like when you just straight to it, like action, no words. Aemond is the definition of someone that moves in silence. And at first I wasn't really feeling him because he's kind of snaky and conniving, but when you really pull back the layers of who could actually be the leader of an entire kingdom and lead like so many people, Aemond really truly is the only option. All of the rest of them are weak-minded. They make irrational, quick decisions. And before this episode, I was rooting for the queen lady. I was rooting for her. But Aemond gets down to business, okay? And like, would I want to be friends with him? I don't know about that, but I would like to like be on his good side, because he also seems like a psychopath. But at the same time, like when the nephew got axed, everyone else started flipping out. Who was still 10 toes down, ready to keep moving? Aemond, okay? When the queen's son got axed, she vanished and left her people. You know, and I'm not saying that she doesn't have, and the dad on the other side don't have reasons and the right to grieve, but when you are in war and you are leading your people, you still have to figure out a way. A good ruler would have to figure out a way to put that to the side right now and mourn and grieve later. I'm not saying that it's right, but if you're going to be the leader of an entire nation, you have to be that down or stand that much on business that you are focused on your people. Because even though that is a horrible thing, your people need you. Your legacy need you. Your other children need you. Your entire people that are literally fighting a war because you don't want to give up a crown, literally some superficial BS, instead of working together, they're like, I'm the only one who can be leader. So other people's family members are getting axed, other people's children have gotten axed, and you were fine in your castle. It just bothered you when it was you. So it's a perspective thing. And so they have the right to feel how they feel. But to me, that's just more proof that they don't need to be ruling. Because if you don't have the capacity to put your personal feelings and emotions, all of that, on the back burner when you're literally fighting a war, you should not be in power like that. And I'm not wishing the axing of young people on anyone. And in outside of like in regular days, like, okay, you know, you have a right. And I'm not being insensitive, because they have a right to feel how they feel. And any normal person would be devastated. And though, that's what I'm saying, Aemond is on business, because even if he was devastated, he didn't react. Aemond responds. He doesn't just react to stuff. He doesn't have a hair trigger temper, but he gonna get you. He doesn't let stuff slide either, okay? But he's strategic, and he does things in a way that, like, he might get you, it's gonna be later, and he comes like worse than what you ever could have imagined. And so, do I agree with the way he operates and moves? No. But at the same time, if anyone would have peace in that kingdom for a long time, relative peace anyway, because he seems like he could turn into a dictator, but if anyone could have, and you know, he has to have a sweet side too, because he still goes to the first woman that he was, you know, engaging with in a different way. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But if anyone in this story has the gumption to lead, it's Aemond. We can debate in the comments, like, what you want, what's up. But that woman, she doesn't have the capability, the know-how, the emotional bandwidth to be queen. She maybe could be like I don't know the proper term, but maybe like the overseer of a local area. Maybe she could rule over the Night's Watch. I don't know. She cannot handle the type of pressure that it comes from ruling an entire kingdom. You know, she could be someone who has, she could rule France, I guess. Like, she doesn't need to do everything. And I'm not saying France isn't a big thing. I'm just saying, like, if she could be the governor of Virginia, you know, or she could be at the House of Representatives, or at the table giving, like when they have the council, she could be a council person, but she cannot be the queen. And that's why the Targaryen dynasty fell apart, because I'm sure she's gonna win, and she don't have no business being on that throne. The only person that needs to be on that throne is Aemond, and he's more than proven it with the way he handled that battle today, because his crazy brother would have driven the kingdom to ruin, and his crazy sister, cousin, aunt, whatever the F she is to him, she would also have the country ruined. So Team Aemond all the way. He's the only one that deserves to be on the throne. The rest of them, can't. Just can't.